They say the strangest mysteries don't come from distant galaxies, but from the mud beneath our own feet. And in 1958, deep in the black shale of Illinois, a creature surfaced. One so bizarre, so utterly unlike anything seen before, that scientists spent the next 6 decades arguing over what it even was. Some called it a fish. Others insisted it was a worm, and a few whispered that it might belong to an entire branch of life no one had ever classified. This is the story of the Tully monster. It began with a fossil hunter named Francis Tully, kneeling beside the ancient rocks of the Mazon Creek Formation. He brushed away sediment, expecting another fern, another small shell, but instead he found it, a ribbon-shaped creature with a long tubular snout ending in a claw-like jaw, and 2 stalked eyes protruding sideways like headlights in the dark. Tully carried it to the Field Museum. The curator stared at the fossil, brow furrowing, lips tightening. Finally he muttered, "What is this?" No one had an answer. As more fossils were uncovered, the mystery deepened. The creature seemed soft-bodied, a rarity for fossils. Its anatomy made no immediate sense. A long body with no clear fins, a tail shaped like a diamond, and a jaw that looked like a tiny grabbing arm. It defied every rule. By the 1970s, debates turned heated. Paleontologists clashed in conference halls, diagrams waving in the air like weapons. Was the Tully monster a lamprey? A sea worm? A relative of squid? Every expert saw something different, like a scientific Rorschach test. Then came the breakthrough, or what many thought was one. Around 2016, advanced imaging revealed structures resembling a notochord and gill pouches. Some researchers triumphantly declared it was a vertebrate all along, a primitive, ancient cousin of jawless fish. For a moment, it seemed the argument had ended. But science rarely sleeps. Other teams challenged the findings. They argued the so-called vertebrate features were misinterpreted or even illusions created by the fossilization process. New studies contradicted earlier ones, old theories resurfaced, fresh ones were born. Today, more than 60 years after Tully knelt by that shale slab, the creature remains suspended between categories, an evolutionary orphan refusing to fit inside any box. But maybe that's the lesson. Not every mystery begs to be solved. Some exist to remind us of how much we still don't know, how many chapters of Earth's story remain unread, buried in stone, waiting for someone curious enough to look. And somewhere in a museum drawer in Illinois, the Tully monster lies quietly, still defying definition, still daring us to imagine what else might be hiding just out of sight. If this story intrigued you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.